What's happening, family? It's Cast Sports again. Back for another afternoon with my people. Now, as usual, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. Just boxing talk. We're just a group of people that love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast, channel, or anything like that. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. Welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the History Channel. This is the Wednesday afternoon edition, the old hump day. How is everybody today? Don't look like that white stuff trying to go anywhere out there. Got another big show planned for today. Oh yeah. We're going to talk about the Dawn today. Yeah. Profile is on the one and only Don King. How is everybody this afternoon? Day going okay? Well, if you stay with me for the next couple of hours, I hope I can make it a little better. Yeah, we got Pro Box returning tonight from the holiday break. Gonna go over that. Pretty good fights on Pro Box. Bomac was on there last time. Before they went on their holiday break, he had two fighters on the card. He had Keyshawn Davis, his brother, Calvin, and another fighter. Calvin stunk up the place. He didn't look good at all, but he won. And as I just said, the profile today is going to be on Don King. You know, because the fighters are the main part of our sport, but it takes more than two guys getting in the ring, going hands, to make a boxing match, you know. The sanctioning bodies, promoters, referees, judges, all that stuff involved. So I'm going to be doing profiles on those type of people too, okay? And the Don King is today. And as far as weight divisions, I think we're down to flyweight today. Okay. I've worked my way all the way down from heavyweight, doing a history of each weight class, a different one each day. And today it's flyweight, the flyweight division. We're going to look at that. And a way to get a few people in the building. Look like everybody done forgot me today. But, you know, still going to have to do these 2 hours. This will be good practice. If nobody wants to come in. Skywalker Boxing. There's my brother. What's up, Skywalker? Just trying to wait for some people to come in. I'm going to do the profile today is going to be on Don King. And we're going to take a look at the flyweight division. You know how we do it. Just talk a little boxing for the next couple hours. How are you, Skywalker? Look good. Always good to see you. Everything good? Let's see. You live in New Mexico, right? So I know you probably ain't looking at no snow like we are all over the East Coast up here. Snow everywhere, bro. Yeah. But it's all good. It looks nice and pretty till it starts melting, then it's a mess. But right now, it's still looking nice out there. It stopped yesterday, but it haven't melted any at all. Yup. Yeah, man. Oh, you had some snow down there? Okay. Wow. Yeah, because BN Boxing News was saying that it was snowing in Texas the other day. No, that don't often don't often to happen. Doesn't happen too often down in your region of the country. No. Wow. D1 was saying yesterday they had 5 feet in New York yesterday morning and it was still coming down. So I don't know how they made out up there. Oh, you high elevation, okay. Yeah. It's everywhere over here right now. I'm in Maryland. Yeah. And probably got some more coming. But yeah, we're going to talk some boxing for the next 2 hours. With the Cab Skywalker Boxio in the building. And there'll be a few others over the course of the 2 hours. We got the women coming up this weekend, Michaela Mayer and Natasha Jonas. Yeah, Pro Box. Yeah, I was going to go over that too. Yeah, I like Pro Box. A lot of people sleeping on that Pro Box. You know, Bomac was on there on the last one before the holiday break. Yeah. He had Keyshawn's brother and another fighter on the card. Yeah. Yeah, I've only been watching it about a couple of months. And McQueen put me down with it, and I've been hooked on it ever since. Yeah, they got 4 good fights tonight. 3 of the fights, both guys are undefeated. Yeah. They have 4 on the televised version, and then it's like a few like prospects on the undercard. But yeah, Pro Box is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Middle of the week boxing. But this year they got I was looking at the schedule yesterday. It's a few fights. We got a few Friday night fights, about I think it's like 2 or 3, maybe 3 Friday night fights early this year. And you know, we always get them on Tuesdays from Japan. We got a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember the old Friday night fights back in the day. I think it was HBO. Yeah, Bruce Gass would probably know. But I think it was HBO used to show the Friday night fights back in the day. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to go over the Pro Box card. Then we're going to talk about Don King. We got the Bob Father tomorrow. And then we're going to take a look at the flyweight division, 115. I've been doing, going over the division, a different weight division each day. And today it's going to be flyweight. Go over the champions, the rankings. I've been using the Ring Magazine rankings, which have been pretty good. Mm-hmm. On point. Yep. You know, Ring is owned by Oscar. But in spite of that, the rankings have still been pretty good. Yep. Pretty good card this weekend. Eddie Hearn's joint over from the UK. Mm-hmm. I like a lot of the European fighters, you know, like Eddie always does, but some pretty good fights on it. We're going to talk about that Friday. No, yeah, Friday. Which is, today is Wednesday. I get my days mixed up, yeah. Because I had said that I was going to do the Bob Father on Wednesday. I was thinking yesterday was Monday. Yeah. Yeah, Tuesday coming up, there's one, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's three title fights on that card, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I know we got one card from Japan coming up with 3 title fights on it. It might be this one too. See, I saw like 3 of them on the schedule. I know the Monster's little brother, he's not on this one, but he's on one, I think. It might be February. Yeah. He has one of those belts that the Monster dropped. His little brother, his name is Takuma. I've never seen him fight. Yeah. He can't be as bad as the Monster. No way. It can be 2 of them that good. But he's got a title, so he must be decent. He's got a title. Yeah. Yeah, but boxing is promising to give us another good year. Good schedule so far, and then we got a lot of names not on the schedule yet. It's due to get back in the ring early this year. I'm hearing Boots and Barrios, Tank, The Goat. Benavidez is not on the schedule yet, the Mexican Monster. So we still got, with the names that's on the schedule, with the names that's not on it, promises to be. Start out this year fire, man. You know? Yeah. David Morrell. None of those guys are on there yet. Okay, we're gonna get ready to take a quick look at this Pro Box schedule we got coming up tonight. 4 fights, and it's from the Pro Box Event Center. They're always down there in Plant City, Florida. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Is that the Night Skywalker that like in? So that must be the one with the 3 title fights on it. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Pro Box tonight, I think it's 4 fights, usually 4 fights on the televised version of it. The main event is Luis Feliciano against Myquan Williams. That should be a good fight. That's 10 rounds, and they at 140, junior welterweight, excuse me. I think, yeah, both undefeated coming in. I think, let me see. No, Feliciano is undefeated, and Williams, I'm not too sure about Williams. Yeah. Both undefeated. Yep. Luis Feliciano and Myquan Williams. Okay. Feliciano is 17-0 with 8 knockouts. Turned pro in 2017. He had a quiet 2023 with only 1 fight, which was a unanimous decision victory over Clarence Booth in his hometown of Milwaukee. That was in April. And they both, that's a common opponent. They both fought Clarence Booth last year. There's Mike Masick in the building. Here comes my people coming in. What's up, Mike Masick? How are you today, bro? Going over that Pro Box card for tonight. Because a lot of people are sleeping on that Pro Box. Pretty good fights on there. But salute to Mike Masick in the building on this Wednesday afternoon. The hump day. It's all downhill after today. This week is going by fast. I think like just a couple minutes ago I was saying it's Monday and we're starting off a new week. Now we're in the middle of it. But yeah, Luis Feliciano and Myquan Williams are both undefeated coming into this fight tonight. This is the main event on Pro Box, okay? And Feliciano is a former national amateur champion. Okay. And he had 2 points wins in 2022 over Alejandro Frias Rodriguez and Hector Collins. Okay. The last time he had a knockout was 4.5 years ago. He knocked out Fernando Carcamo. Okay. Now Williams comes in at 10-0, 8 knockouts, 2 draws. He had a less than busy 2023 too, but he did have 2 fights. Okay. He got a majority decision over Paulo Cesar Godino, and he got a decision over Clarence Booth, the same guy that Feliciano fought last year. So they both got a common opponent. They both beat Clarence Booth last year. Okay. And Mike-Juan Williams turned pro in 2017. So in that fight, somebody's has got to go. You know? Now the co-main event is Frutis Rojas versus Christian Baez. Okay. Now, let me see. Is this another undefeated fight? No, this is not one of them. Rojas is undefeated. Rojas is undefeated. Okay. This could be a potential barn burner though, because these are 2 knockout artists. Rojas is 12-0 with 11 knockouts. Okay, that is one hell of a knockout rate there. He's knocked out 11 of his 12 opponents. Okay, and it's only time he went the distance, it was a unanimous decision over Saul Bustos, and that was in September in his last fight. Okay, last fight in September, the only one that went the distance. Now, and he turned pro in he turned pro in 2021. Excuse me. Now Baez is 19-3 with 17 knockouts. So 17 out of 19 of his wins have been by knockout. So this could be a potential barn burner. This probably won't go the distance. Okay. Now, he had one stretch where he had 11 wins, 11 knockouts, and 11 wins. Then he ended up getting knocked out in his last fight last August by Petros Anayan. Okay. Then he had his other fight in 2023. He got a decision over Kevin Johnson. He's from Venezuela and he turned pro in 2015. Next fight on the card is Jacob Gomez versus Ezequiel Barrero. Okay. Gomez turned pro in 2020. This is another, both of them are undefeated. Somebody's got to go in this one. Gomez is 8-0, 1 draw, 5 knockouts, from Puerto Rico. He's coming off 2 consecutive pro box wins over Robert Nilsson, Vera De Jesus, and Juan Antonio Lopez. Barrero, his opponent, he's 6-0 with 2 knockouts. And his last fight was in November of 2022, so he didn't fight last year. But he won a unanimous decision, turned pro in 2020. Okay? Then James Browning versus Roger Hilly. That opens the televised part of the card, okay? Both of these guys are undefeated, both Americans. This is the 6th round lightweight matchup. Okay? And like I said, this is one of 3 undefeated matchups on the card. Browning is 9-0 with 7 knockouts. Turned pro in 2019. Hilly is at 13-0 with 8 knockouts. He turned pro in 2016. Okay? So, potentially pretty good pro box card. Williams has a couple draws, but undefeated. Yeah, Williams, he did have a couple draws in there. Right, I think he's 13-0 with like 2 or 3 draws. Yeah, that should be a good fight though. Feliciano and Williams, and that's super welterweight. Yeah, I believe it's 10 rounds. Yeah, Williams has. Let me see real quick. Did have a couple draws in there. Yeah, they both fought current. Yeah, Williams is 10-0 with 2 draws. 8 knockouts. Pretty good knockout rate. Yeah. 8 knockouts in 10 fights. What's that, like 80%? Yeah. So that's the Pro Box card tonight. Then I'll go over what happened tomorrow. Yeah. And the profile today is going to be Don King. We're going to look at Bob Arum tomorrow. So both of those are pretty good too. I went through them. Yeah. 2 good profiles. Salute to Mike Masick and Skywalker Boxio in the building so far. Hope everybody doing okay this afternoon. Like I was saying, if you live in the eastern part of the country, I know you're looking out your window at snow. But here it hasn't started melting or anything. It still looks real nice. Yep. And of course, we got Natasha Jonas, Michaela Mayer this weekend for Jonas's. I believe they're fighting at welterweight. And then we got good news Saturday. Better beat Callum Smith, so him and Bivol are all set to go. Bob Arum said sometime in the middle of the year. So what is that, like late spring, early summer, something like that? May, June? Yeah. So that's going to be a good one. I got Bivol. I think he's going to be able to use his movement, his slick boxing skills, to be able to score, do enough to get a decision, and be able to avoid those 2 big sledgehammers that Beterbiev has. You know, because I remember when Anthony Yard was boxing pretty good against Beterbiev early, but Beterbiev caught up with him and got him out of there as the fight got into the later rounds. But I think Bivol is going to be able to avoid him for 12 rounds. Now, ring size is going to be a big deal, you know. If I know it's not going to be 24 because Beterbiev ain't going for that, and I know it's not going to be 18. Bivol is not going for no 18-foot ring, but I think it'll be 20 or 22. You know, that won't be any big advantage. 22 will favor Bivol, 20 will favor Beterbiev, but it'll be better than 18 or 24, you know. But that'll be very interesting to see. They may have already negotiated it. You know, they say the fight is signed and everything for Saudi Arabia. Should be a fire undercard. I saw the undercard for Fury and Usyk. I was kind of disappointed. I thought it was going to be full of heavyweights like the Saudis been doing, but it's not. I only saw one other heavyweight card on there. Fight on that card. What's up, Al Booker? Salute to Al Booger in the building. Welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the History Channel. Just getting ready to talk about the Don. Don King is the profile for today, and it's a good one. Don, a very interesting, very colorful character. Don was in all kinds of stuff. Shot 2 people. We're going to get into it. Yep. We are going to get into it. I was just talking a little bit about Beterbiev and Bivol, because that seems to be the hot topic around the YouTube streets now. One of them anyway, because once, you know, Beterbiev got past Smith Saturday, then we could really start focusing on that fight. We knew he was, but, you know, it's boxing, and there was always that slight puncher's chance that Smith had, but now Beterbiev is past that, and it's him and Bivol. We can look forward to that one. Yep. I used to want to see Billy and Morrell too, but Saturday was the first time I really saw Billy fight, and Morrell will stop him, man. You know, Billy, well, he will have to fight a whole lot different against Morrell than he did against the guy for Saturday, because, You know, he just punches and no defensive responsibility at all. Whether he goes to left, right, whatever, he's wide open for counters every time he punches. I mean, wide open. He just depends on overwhelming you. His offense is his defense. He tries to overwhelm his opponent so much where they can't go back. But you're getting there with Morrell or Canelo or the Mexican Monster or Plant, somebody like that, man, they're going to stop this guy on Billy. So I don't know. That'll be a good name for Morrell, though. That's right, Al Booker. An American treasure and an American gangster. And he's still active. Him and the Bobfather are both in their 90s and they both still promoting. Yeah. Don King, not to the extent that the Bobfather still is, but he's got AB. There's Just Do Boxing in the building. Salute to Just Do Boxing. Getting ready to get into this Don King profile. But yeah, Don has AB. Since AB's fight got canceled in December, I haven't heard too much more about him. You know, I know Jay said he was doing some kind of bibliography or something, some kind of show about his life or something. I didn't get all the details on it, but we want to see you in the ring, AB. You know, we're not worrying about nothing about your life. You ain't finished boxing yet, you know. But yeah, Don King is promoting AB. Let's get started on the. I had this phone on never go out. What is it doing out? Excuse me for one moment. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk about Don King today. Booker says that Bob Irwin looks amazing. It's crazy, yeah. And I found out that Bob has a son that's some kind of big vice president of something in Top Rank. So maybe he's set to step in. Yep. I was wondering about that, who would take over Top Rank, but yeah, he has a son. And the executive vice president of something. So he's got a high position in there. Hello, Miss Cass. Miss Cass is waving. How you been, Miss Cass? Since I seen you about 15 minutes ago. Well, about a half hour now. Everything going all right? Okay. The spaghetti gonna be good. Miss Cass making spaghetti. I think I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some more sauce or something. Because she was kind of low on the sauce. But 4 o'clock, next stop be the store. But hi, Miss Cass, how are you? That's good. It's always good to see you. Okay. Okay, Don King. The Don today and the Bobfather tomorrow. Big 2 days planned. Let's get started. Donald King, he was born on August 20th, 1931, right? So that makes him right now, what, 93? Yeah, I think he'll be 94 this year. 31. Yeah. No, 92. 31 to 21 is 90, right? 92. He'll be 93 this year. So I think the Bobfather got him. The Bobfather is what, like 95, right? I think. Yeah, I think the Bobfather got Don King by a couple of years. But when you get up there 93, 95, you know, I call you the same age. Yeah, 92, yeah. 93 this year, I'll book it right. August 30th, August 20th. And both of them still going strong, man. Ain't that something? They both, the Don and the Bobfather, both still going strong. Okay. And of course, he's an American boxing promoter known for his involvement in historic boxing matchups. Yep. That's what we mainly know him for. But we know him for some other stuff too. Okay. He's been active from 1954 to the present. Okay, as a promoter. Known for the Thriller in Manila and the Rumble in the Jungle. Thriller in Manila was Ali Frazier 3. Rumble in the Jungle was Ali informant. Okay. He has 3 children. He has a website called donking.com. I give it to say Donkey Kong. donking.com. Okay. Yeah, Al Booger. 92 and going strong. The Godfather's what, like 95 and going strong. Might be 96. I think it's 96 this year. I don't know what his birthday is. Yeah. Oh, Todd DeBoef is his stepson. Okay. President of Top Rank. Okay, thank you, Al Booger. Stepson, Todd DeBoef. Yeah. I had read something, but I didn't go in depth to it like you did just now. Okay, stepson. Yeah, I knew it was he's the president of Top Rank. Okay, had to look it up. So maybe he's gonna step in. But Todd better watch out. The Godfather messing around and outlive him. Godfather would be taking his position. You know, Al Booger. Todd planning on stepping in, but hey, I don't know. Godfather might last longer than you. Okay. Don King's career highlights include, among multiple other enterprises, promoting, like I said, the Rumble in the Jungle and the Drill in Manila. Don King has promoted some of the most prominent names in boxing, including, check out some of these names: Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Tomas Adamek, Roberto Duran, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Chris Bird, John Ruiz, Julio Cesar Chavez, Ricardo Mayorga, Andrew Galata, Bernard Hopkins, Felix Trinidad, Roy Jones Jr., Azuma Nelson, Gerald McClellan, Marco Antonio Barrera, and Christy Martin. Man, was anybody he didn't promote? And that spans over like 4 decades, you know, because he started in 54, right? Godfather be drinking that young fighter blood. Oh, Godfather's 92 too. Okay. Oh, Don got him by a couple months then. Ain't that something? They're the same damn age. That's crazy, man. I did not know that. They are the same age. Wow. Isn't that something? The Don and the Godfather are the same age. That is crazy. Wow. I did not know that, Al Booker. Thank you. Ain't that something? Man. Okay. But that was a list of some of the fighters that he promoted. Okay. And he promotes AB right now. And some other fighters and little known fighters in the stable. Yeah, that is crazy, Al Booker. They're the same damn age. Wow. Now, some of these boxers have sued him for allegedly defrauding them. And we're going to get into that later, too. Now, most of the lawsuits were settled out of court. Mike Tyson was quoted as saying, check this out, Don King did more bad to black fighters than any white promoter ever in the history of boxing. That's what Mike said about him. Did nobody tell you to run over there to him after Cuss died, Mike? You could have stayed over there with Cuss people. Okay? Nobody put a gun to your head. King has been charged with killing 2 people in 2 incidents 13 years apart. Okay? In 1954, he shot a man in the back after spotting him trying to rob one of his gambling houses. I'm getting to that in detail a little bit in a minute. This incident was ruled a justifiable homicide. Then in 1967, King was convicted of voluntary manslaughter for stomping one of his employees to death. He stomped him to death. That means he beat the shit out of him. If somebody's trying to stomp you to death, ain't you gonna try to fight back and stop him? So Don beat the man to death. Wow. And for this, he served 3 years and 11 months in prison. That's all? Damn. Stomp somebody to death and only got 3 years? See that money. Money talks. Okay, let's take a look at the early life of Don King. Isn't that crazy? Beat somebody to death and only served 3 years in prison. Wow. What is that? As usual. Excuse me for 1 second, please. My notes are standing backwards. Okay. Let's take a look at the early life of Don King. Where is everybody today? Nobody don't like me no more? A salute to Al Booger, Miss Cass, Just Do Boxing, Mike Mason, and Skywalker Boxio. Salute. Okay, now. Okay, he did for the manslaughter, he did 3 years and 11 months in prison. That's all. Now, early life, he was born in Cleveland, Ohio, where he attended school and graduated from John Adams High School in 1951. Okay, got out of high school in 1951. Now, he went to Kent State University, but he ended up dropping out. Then he ran an illegal bookmaking operation out of the basement of a record store on Kitterman Road. And that's when he got charged with killing the first man. An incident. He killed 2 people, but it was 13 years apart. The first incident was determined to be justifiable homicide, okay? It was found out that King shot Hillary Brown in the back and killed him while he was attempting to rob one of King's gambling houses in 1954. Okay, so he got justifiable homicide for that because the man was robbing his gambling house. Now, in 1967, he was convicted of second-degree murder for the second killing after he was found guilty of stomping to death an employee, Sam Garrett, who owed him $600. Don didn't play. I guess he gave the man didn't pay $600 in time enough, so he beat him to death. Wow. And like I said, he did, what did he do? 3 years or something. 3 years. Yeah, 3 years and 11 months. Let's say 4 years in prison for that. Okay. Okay. So after that, while he was serving his time at the Marion Correctional Institution, that's in Marion, Illinois, he began self-educating himself. Now, according to his own words, he read everything in the prison library he could find. Then he got released in 1972, okay? But he was eventually pardoned by Ohio Governor Jim Rhodes with letters from Jesse Jackson, Coretta Scott King, George Voinovich, Art Modell, and Gabe Paul, among others. Art Modell was the owner, used to be the owner of the Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens, when they first moved here. We would be happy with his team right now. Did I tell you that the #1 seed in the AFC on the way to the Super Bowl? Got the NFL MVP at quarterback this year, Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I'm a Ravens fan. And who do we play Saturday? We play the Texans. Then if we get past the Texans, we play the winner of Kansas City and Buffalo. I'm worried about Buffalo. Buffalo is their team this year. Nobody wants to play because they're dangerous. Josh Allen is a bad boy. He can heat up and put a team on his back and carry them through a playoff. So, kind of worried. Yeah. Hope Kansas City beat them so we don't have to play them. Okay, now we're getting into Don King's career. Promotional career. A whole lot went on in that. Now, Don King entered the boxing world after convincing Muhammad Ali to box at a charity exhibition for a local hospital in Cleveland with the help of singer Lloyd Price. Early in his career, he formed a partnership with a local promoter named Don Elbaum, who already had a stable of fighters in Cleveland and years of experience in boxing. In 1974, King negotiated to promote a heavyweight championship fight between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman in Zaire, popularly known as the Rumble in the Jungle. The fight between Ali and Foreman was a much anticipated event. King's rivals all sought to promote the bout, but King was able to secure the then record $10 million purse through an arrangement with the government of Zaire. And he also had a big concert that week. They made a movie out of it. It was called Soul Power. Came out in 1997. He had the who's who of soul music in 1974. He had James Brown, Bill Withers, B.B. King, the Spinners. That's the whole lineup of people. Don flew them all in, man. He was doing that type of stuff before the Saudis even heard of boxing. Don King was the man, yeah. And that's the movie, Soul Power. Check it out. About that, it was a 3-day concert on the week of the fight. Rumble in the Jungle. Okay. Now, King arranged Ali's 1975 fight against journeyman Chuck Wepner. And this fight is widely believed to have inspired Sylvester Stallone to write the screenplay for Rocky. Okay. And Rocky's in the Hall of Fame with the same record I got, 0-0. Ain't that something? Now, King solidified his position as one of the boxing's preeminent promoters the following year with the third fight between Ali and Joe Frazier in Manila, the capital of the Philippines, which King deemed the Thriller in Manila. And Spam. Look at Spam call me the same time every day, right when I'm on here. Okay, the Thriller in Manila. And aside from promoting the premier heavyweight fights of the 1970s, King was also busy expanding his boxing empire. Throughout the 70s, he compiled an impressive roster of fighters, many of whom would finish their career with Hall of Fame credentials. Okay, there's Bruce Gass, boxing, jazz, and more. Salute Bruce Gass. Taking a look at Don King today. Just a brief look, delve into his career, life and career of the Don King. Okay, now salute to Bruce Gass. And now King he compiled an impressive roster of fighters in the 70s, and many of whom finished in the Hall of Fame. You know, fighters like Larry Holmes, Wilfred Benitez, Roberto Duran, Salvador Sanchez, Wilfredo Gomez, and Alexis Laguel would all fight under the Don King Productions promotional banner in the 1970s. Okay, now for the next 2 decades, Don King continued to be among boxing's most successful promoters. He picked up other fighters like Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Julio Cesar Chavez, Aaron Pryor, Bernard Hopkins, Ricardo Lopez, Felix Trinidad, Terry Norris, Carlos Zarate, Azuma Nelson, Andrew Galato, Mike McCallum, Gerald McClellan, Meldrick Taylor, Marco Antonio Barrera, Tomas Adamek, John Ruiz, and Ricardo Mayorga are some of the boxers who chose King to promote many of their biggest fights. Now, outside of boxing, he promoted the concert for the Jackson's Victory Tour in 1984. Okay, that was the show with Michael Jackson reunited with his brothers, made him some money and stuff. It was 1984. Yeah. Very successful tour. Don King promoted that. In 1998, he purchased a Cleveland-based weekly newspaper serving the African-American community in Ohio. It was called The Call and Post. And as of 2011, he continued as his publisher. And he was elected to the Gaming Hall of Fame in 2008. In 2023, he was announced as the financer of the Bombaye Fight Club in Major League Wrestling. Now, as of 2024, Don King still promotes world champions and is in talks with Canadian boxing promoter Dan Otter to stage the WBC Cruiserweight World Title belt sometime this year. And he also promotes Adrian Broner, too. Remember? AB was supposed to fight last month, but it was an injury or something, Haven't heard anything else about him since then. Unless he was supposed to fight last month. Okay. Excuse me for one moment. Get a drink of water. You know, when you're talking. Okay. We're back. Now, Don King's wife, Henrietta, died on December 2nd, 2010. She was 87 years old. They had one biological daughter, Debbie, a son, Eric, and adopted a son, Carl. They had 5 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. Don King is politically active and supported Barack Obama in the 2008 and 2012 presidential elections. During the previous election, he had made media appearances promoting George W. Bush, which had included attendance of the 2004 Republican National Convention in New York City. Okay, Don played both sides of the aisle, Democrat and Republican. But you know, Don has always done that in any endeavor he gets into. Don keeps an eye on both sides, see which way the wind blowing. That's just Don King, you know. I see he did the same thing in politics. He was with George Bush in 2004, but Barack Obama in 2008. Don is always with the winner, man. Bush won in 4, Obama won in 08, and Don always with the winner. Don King, that's the Don. On June 10th, 1987, King was made a Mason at sight by Grandmaster Otis J. Kyle Jr. of the most worshipful prince, called Grand Lodge of Ohio, thereby making him a Prince Hall Freemason. In the following year, he was awarded an honorary doctorate of humane letters degree from Central State University in Wilmington, Ohio, by University President Dr. Arthur E. Thomas. He has conducted an annual turkey giveaway each Christmas for several years, in which he distributes 2,000 free turkeys to needy South Floridians. Okay, now we're going to talk about some of his controversies, which there is many of. Okay, I can't get this laptop right today. What's going on? Okay, here we go. Controversy. Don King has been investigated for possible connections with organized crime. During a 1992 Senate investigation, King invoked the Fifth Amendment when questioned about the connection to mobster John Gotti. Don took the Fifth. Okay? Now, when IBF President Robert W. Bobby Lee Sr., yeah, I remember that, was indicted for racketeering in 1990. Oh, that was a mess. Yeah, that was a mess. When IBF President Robert W. Bobby Lee Sr. was indicted for racketeering in 1999, King was not indicted, nor did he testify at Lee's trial, though prosecutors reportedly called him an unindicted co-conspirator, who was the principal beneficiary of Lee's machinations. I think the Bob father was mixed up in that some kind of way, too. Okay. Now, lawsuits and prosecution. Okay. Muhammad Ali. King has been involved in many fraud litigation cases with boxers. In 1982, he was sued by Muhammad Ali for underpaying him $1.1 million for a fight with Larry Holmes. King called in an old friend of Ali, Jeremiah Shabazz, and handed him a suitcase containing $50,000 in cash and a letter ending Ali's lawsuit against King. He asked Shabazz to visit Ali, who was in the hospital due to his failing health, and get him to sign the letter, and then give Ali the $50,000. Ali signed? Wow. The letter even gave King the right to promote any future Ali fights. According to Shabazz, Ali was ailing by then and moaning a lot. I guess he needed the money. Shabazz later regretted helping King. Ali's lawyer cried when he learned that Ali had ended the lawsuit without telling him. Okay. Larry Holmes. Okay. Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes has alleged that over the course of his career, King cheated him out of $10 million in fight purses, including claiming 25% of his purses as a hidden manager. Holmes says he received only $150,000 of a contracted $500,000 for his fight with Ken Norton, and $50,000 or $200,000 for facing Ernie Shavers, and claims King cut his purses for bouts with Muhammad Ali, Randall Texaco, and Leon Spinks, underpaying him $2 million, $700,000, and $250,000 respectively in those three fights. Holmes sued King over the accounting and auditing for the Jerry Cooney fight, charging that he was underpaid by $2 to $3 million. Holmes sued King after King deducted a $300,000 finder's fee from his fight purse against Mike Tyson. Holmes settled for $150,000 and also signed a legal agreement pledging not to give any more negative information about King to reporters. All that he settled for $150,000, but he was suing for millions. Wow. Okay. Tim Witherspoon. Tim Witherspoon was threatened with being blackballed if he did not sign an exclusive contract with King and his stepson Carl. Not permitted to have his own lawyer present, he signed 4 contracts of servitude, according to Jack Newfield. 1 was an exclusive promotional contract with Don King. 2 were managerial contracts with Carl King, identical except 1 was for a show that gave Carl King 33% of Witherspoon's purses, and the other gave King a 50% share, more than is allowed by many boxing commissions. The 4th contract was completely blank. Other examples include Witherspoon being promised $150,000 for a fight with Larry Holmes, but receiving only $52,000. King's son Carl took 50%, illegal under Nevada rules, and the WBC sanctioning fee was also deducted from his purse. He was forced to train at King's own training camp at Orwell, Ohio, instead of Ali's Deer Lake training camp, which Ali allowed Witherspoon to use for free. For his fight with Greg Page, he received a net amount of $44,460 from his guaranteed purse of $250,000. King had deducted money for training expenses, sparring partners, fight and airplane tickets for his friends and family. Witherspoon was never paid a stipulated $100,000 for his training expenses and instead was billed $150 a day for using King's training camp. Carl King again received 50% of his purse, despite Don King Productions falsely claiming he had only been paid 33%. HBO paid King $1,700,000 for Witherspoon to fight Frank Bruno. Witherspoon got a purse of $500,000, but received only $90,000 after King's deductions. Carl King received $275,000 in 1987. Witherspoon sued King for $25 million in damages. He eventually settled for $1 million out of court. Don King was something else. Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT's in the building. Oh, shoot. And Jay Hardcore, hashtag JBT has came into the building. And I just knocked something over. Excuse me for one moment, please. Yeah, Don was something else. Salute to Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT, and Jay Hardcore, the creator of hashtag JBT, from Hardcore Boxing News. Salute. Okay. Moving on. Now, next is Mike Tyson. Okay. We're going on over the fighters at Don King. Bruce Gas says Tim got done wrong by King. I talk to him all the time, and he's not bitter. Yeah, I saw you and him on your show a few weeks back, Bruce. Yeah, I saw that show. Yeah, he wasn't not bitter at all. Nope. Yeah, I saw that show a few weeks ago. Mike Tyson. Former undisputed world heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson has described King, his former promoter, as ruthless, deplorable, and greedy. In 1998, Tyson sued King for $100 million, alleging that the boxing promoter had cheated him out of millions over more than a decade. The lawsuit was later settled out of court, with Tyson receiving $14 million. Terry Norris. In 1996, Terry Norris sued King, alleging that King had stolen money from him and conspired with his manager to underpay him for fights. The case went to trial, but King settled out of court for $7.5 million in 2003. King also acceded to Norris's demand that the settlement be made public. What is that big black limousine pulling up over there? No, just kidding. Okay, ESPN. They sued him too. Okay. In 2005, King launched the $2.5 billion. Oh, he sued them. In 2005, Don King launched a $2.5 billion defamation suit against the Walt Disney Pictures on ESPN, the makers of Sports Century, after a documentary alleged that King had killed not once, but twice. He did kill 2 people. Threatened to break Larry Holmes' legs, had a hospital invest in a film that was never made, cheated Meldrick Taylor out of $1 million, and then threatened to have Taylor killed. Though the documentary repeated many claims that were already made, King said he had now had enough. King's attorney said it was planted to show Don in the worst way. It was one-sided from day one. Don is a strong man, but he has been hurt by this. Now, he killed 2 people. He shot one guy in the back, which was called justifiable homicide because the guy was robbing one of his gambling houses. He beat another guy to death. The guy owed him $600 and he served 3 years in prison for that. Okay, the case was dismissed on summary judgment with a finding that King could not show actual malice from the defendants, and that King had failed to prove that any of the challenge statements were false. He didn't prove any other stuff was false, so it was thrown out. Wow. Yes, he has, Bruce Gas, everybody. But his case was thrown out against ESPN because he didn't prove any of the challenge statements as false. The judge also pointed out that the studio had tried on a number of occasions to interview King for the documentary, but he had declined. While not suggesting that King had a legal obligation to do so, the court sympathized with ESPN circumstances on those grounds. King appealed the decision, and 3 years later, the Second District Court of Appeals upheld the summary judgment, but disagreed with the original finding that none of the statements were false. In any case, Judge Dorian DeMorgian ruled nothing in the record shows that ESPN purposefully made false statements about Don King in order to bolster the theme of the program or to inflict harm on King. Okay, like Bruce Gas said, everybody sued Don King. Lennox Lewis. In May 2003, King was sued by Lennox Lewis, who wanted $385 million from the promoter, claiming King used threats to pull Tyson away from a rematch with him. Chris Bird. In early 2006, Chris Bird sued Don King for breach of contract, and the two eventually settled out of court under the condition that Bird would be released from his contract with King. Donald Trump. On September 21st, 2016, King caused controversy with introducing Donald Trump at a campaign event at a black church in Cleveland by using the N-word, seemingly by accident. In King's speech, he expressed his view that black people cannot achieve success in the United States by acting like white people, stating, "If you're poor, you are a poor Negro. I would use the N-word, but if you're rich, you are a rich Negro. If you're intelligent, intellectual, you are an intellectual Negro. If you are dancing and sliding and gliding N-word, I mean Negro, you are a dancing and sliding and gliding Negro." No, King was a piece of work, man. Oh boy. Remo, hashtag JBT. Good show today, Remo. Y'all didn't see hashtag Let's Talk Fashion? It's out there. Make sure you check it out. Good show, Remo. He dropped the second episode today. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion is a smashing success. From Remo, hashtag JBT. Latest show, Friday show, added to the JBT lineup. And it's a great show. Episode dropped this morning. It's out there now. Check it out. It's very good. Okay, winding down on Don King. Media appearances. Appeared in Miami Vice, December 13th, 1987. Played himself in a small role in The Last Fight, 1982. He made an appearance on the documentaries Beyond the Ropes and Klitschko, 2008, 2011, respectively. He appeared in Moonlighting, episode Sympathy, in Knock Flack, season 3, 1986. Paul Winfield played King, I remember that, in the movie called Tyson, 1995. 1997, Ring Rhymes played Don King in a televised movie called Don King, Only in America. In 1998, for the 10th episode of South Park's first season, Damian Jesus and Satan are pitted against one another in a boxing match to decide the conflict between good and evil. A character spoofing Don King appears, promoting Satan in the fight. Wow. Okay. And finally, awards and honors. In 1997, he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Appreciate you, Bruce Gass. Bruce Gass just subbed to hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. All right. Bruce Gass, a big time supporter of all the channels in this JBT movement. We really appreciate Bruce Gass. Okay, like 2008, inducted into the Gaming Hall of Fame. 2015, he had a street in Newark, New Jersey named Don King Way. 2016, Shaker Boulevard in Cleveland was renamed Don King Way. And there you have it, the Don King. Tomorrow, the profile will be on the Bob Father himself, Bob Arum. Now, let's take a look at the flyweight division is where we are today. History of the flyweight division. I know why this laptop I'm doing. I got the laptop shifted way over that way. Get it right, Cass. Okay, let's take a look at the history of the flyweight division. How is everyone doing this Wednesday hump day afternoon anyway? All good? You know, if you're in the east, we still looking at all the snow on the ground. Wonder how much D1 ended getting up in Buffalo. I know in the hangout, was it yesterday morning? Or he said it was 5 feet on the ground and still coming down. Was that yesterday or the day before? So I wonder how much they ended up getting up there. Newark, New Jersey? Yeah. Remo. Called Don King Way. I thought it would have had a street in Atlantic City, but Newark. Yeah, I didn't get that either. Yep. Yep, Remo. Don King Way in Newark, New Jersey. Let me get this. I'm gonna drop the link today. I see my friend the Looney Tunes guy didn't come back today. I had my first goal or whatever you want to call it yesterday. Okay, history of the flyweight division, which is oh shoot, I messed up. Which is 115, by the way. The little guys. Here we go. Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I think this is what I want. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Now, flyweight is a weight division in combat sports, right? Okay. We ready? What's up, Jay Hardcore? Jay Hardcore in the building. 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. 9 o'clock on Sundays for the Crow Show after surgery fights. Then, during the weekdays, he spins the block and comes back at 8 p.m. 2 times in the hangout. And 9 o'clock. 2 times on Sunday, too, because on Sunday we do the old school show. The old timers show. Over 50. Had to be over 50 to participate. I remember the first week, this guy comes in and Jay takes a look, says, you sure you're over 50? And the guy said, oh no, I'm 26. He didn't know. Jay said, yeah, so you look kind of good for being over 50. The guy was 26. He didn't know. I forgot who that was. You would have had to be there to appreciate how funny it was, though. He was 26. We was looking at him like 50, damn. You had a nice life. Yeah, but okay. Flyweight. Yeah, flyweight is a class in boxing which includes fighters weighing above 108 pounds, but no more than 112 pounds. Okay, 108 to 112. Now, the flyweight division was the last of boxing's 8 traditional weight classes to be established. What they mean by traditional, because back in those days, 20s, 30s, whenever all these weight came up with the weight divisions, they didn't have what you call the tweener divisions like junior, super, didn't have those. Most of those came into being really 60s, some of them even like the 70s and 80s. Now they had brought a couple of them in back in the 20s, but they didn't last long. And they was obsolete for like 40 years. So that's what they mean by traditional. You know, flyweight, welterweight, middleweight, you know, just straight. No juniors or supers, which are called the tweener division. Didn't have them then. Okay? Now, and the flyweight was the last of the traditional weight classes to be established. Before 1909, anyone below featherweight was considered a bantamweight, regardless of how small you was, okay? So anybody, featherweight was 126. Anything below that was bantamweight. The weight didn't even matter. You was if you was below featherweight, you were a bantamweight, okay? That's just how it was. Then in 1911, The organization that eventually became the British Boxing Board of Control had a match that crowned Sid Smith as the first flyweight champion of the world. Jimmy Wild. Remember Jimmy Wild, Al Booker? That was my #1 European fighter of all time, remember? Jimmy Wild, who reigned from 1916 to 1923, was the first fighter recognized in both Britain and the United States as a flyweight champion. Okay. So, (1911), the first flyweight champion was crowned. But that was just recognized in Britain. In 1923, Jimmy Wild became the first flyweight champion that was recognized in Britain and the United States. Okay. Now, other notable so we had what it said. We had the first flyweight champion in 1911, but for the United States, didn't recognize a flyweight champion until 1916. Now, other notable flyweights include Victor Perez, Pancho Villa, Walter McGowan, Pascal Perez, Fighting Harada. I'm passing the names that I would normally butcher. Miguel Cantu, Dave McAuley, Charlie McGree, Gabriel Bernal, Santos Leclerc, Scott Chitalata, Young Kang Kim, Danny Romero, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, Manny Pacquiao. See, Manny was way down there, 115. Then he was way up there, 147 and stuff. I think he started at 108, didn't he? That's why Floyd was looking at him sideways. You got to take the test, man. You know, you done just came through too many weight classes. Jorge Arce, Nonito Donaire, Roman Gonzalez, Taclatito, Mac Williams Arroyo, Don Nietes, Nicola Adams. Now, the current champions at 115 flyweight are as follows. WBA is Artem Delakian. And Artem is, he's been champion since 2018. I think he's the longest current reigning champion of any weight class. Anybody know anybody right now currently had the belt more than 6 years? I think it's Artem Delakian at flyweight because he's been champion since 2018. It'll be 6 years in February 24th. So I say 6 because that's about a month away. Anybody know anybody had their belt more than 6 years in any division? I don't. So I think Artem is the longest current reigning champion at 6 years. There's BN Boxing News in the building. What's up, BN Boxing News? Salute to you, bro. And like I've been telling y'all, get over there and subscribe to BN Boxing News if you haven't. He don't have like a set time or anything, but he's still putting out some fire content over there. BN Boxing News. Salute, bro. Welcome to Cast Sports, the History Channel. Yeah, I can't think of anybody that's been reigning longer than 6 years in any division. So this guy at flyweight, he holds he's had the WBA belt since February 24th, 2018. But he's only made like 5 or 6 title defenses. Now, he was fighting 2 and 3 times a year before he got the belt. But once he got the belt, he only started fighting once a year. Go figure. Al Booker says he thinks Manny was eating them Filipino tacos too. And I ain't going back and forth with none of y'all about it. Eating them Filipino tacos. Yeah, Floyd said he was eating more than that. Floyd said he was eating them peas. Well, he didn't say that. He just wanted them to take the test. That's all. You know, guy never was proven dirty or anything, though. So, you know, he was a great champ. He holds the record for weight classes, too. I think it's 8, right? Amanda Serrano is right behind him with 7. And Amanda is getting another 12-round fight. Yeah. Sanctioned by the IBF, WBO, and WBA. The WBC is not sanctioning it. Amanda dropped them. But yeah, maybe women gonna start, you know, maybe it's looking good for them. Amanda's fighting somebody on a Jake Paul promotion. 12 rounds. So I guess it's 3 minutes if it's 12 rounds, right? You know? Yeah. So that's good news. The women deserve 12 rounds. Yeah, 8 divisions. Right, Al Booker. And Al Booker is full of information today. And Amanda's right behind her, Al Booker, with 7. Amanda Serrano. Yeah. He's got 7. I didn't know she was fighting since 09. Yeah. Amanda was almost back in Ann Wolf and Christy Martin, later Ali's era. Because they all retired around 2006, 7. Amanda was almost, but she would have been a little young. She wouldn't have been ready for them yet. She would have been a prospect. But she was almost back there, yeah. I did not know that until I was doing something. What was I doing? I was doing the top 10 women last week when I found that out. See, I'm learning from these things too. You know, Cash Sports, the History Channel. Okay, now Autumn Delakian has the WBA, okay? WBC is Julio Cesar Martinez. This is flyweight champions. IBF, Jesse Bam. Jesse Bam has the IBF and WBO. He just took one of them from Sonny Edwards a couple of weeks ago. He had one. I think he had the WBO. He took the IBF from Sonny Edwards. Now, current ring rankings, okay? Yeah, ring usually had their champion vacant. At number 1, they got Jesse Bam Rodriguez. See, these ring rankings be on point, man. That's why I use them. I don't use any other sanctioning bodies or box rec. I like ring rankings. They are always on point to me. Number 1, your champion is vacant. Number 1 is Jesse Bam Rodriguez. 2 is Sonny Edwards. 3 is Julio Cesar Martinez. 4 is Autumn Delakian. 5 is Angel Lardizabal. 6 is David Jimenez. 7 is Ricardo Rafael Sandoval. 8 is Felix Alvarado. 9 is Christopher Rosales. They just spell it different. That's why I syllabalized it like that. Christopher Rosales. 10 is Sego Yuri Aki. And the longest ranking flyweight champion ever was Omar Andres Narvaez. He held it for 8 years. He had the WBO title for 8 years. He made 16 title defenses. Wow. And like I said, the current WBA champion at flyweight is who did I say it was? I'm old. I can't remember what I said. I said 5 minutes ago. Autumn Delakian. And I believe he is the longest reigning current champion at 6 years. I can't think of anybody in boxing that goes, can anybody? That goes over 6 years, current champion in any weight class. So it's Autumn Delakian, yeah. Okay. And there you have it. I'm going to put the link in again. Hopefully, the Looney Tunes guy ain't in here. Some warriors out there. Ooh, I missed a lot of comments. My phone be ahead of my laptop. That's crazy. Both of them sitting right here side by side. But the comments show up on my phone way before they show up on my laptop. Ain't that crazy? Technology. Okay, link coming in. How's everybody afternoon going on this whole hump day? We got the women getting in there. We got Pro Box tonight now, don't forget. 4 fights. They had Bomac on the last, this on the last Pro Box. This is the first Pro Box since the holidays. Remember, they took the little holiday break. And we got 3 of the 4 fights. 3 of the 4 televised fights are undisputed matchup. Undefeated matchups. Slow down, Cass. 3 of the 4 fights are undisputed matchups tonight. Main event is I'll tell you in a minute. It's a good one. It is a good one. I have to take notes. Now with Tim Layton would remember everything. That guy got a crazy memory, man. But the main event is Louis Feliciano against Mike Corn Williams. Okay, both undefeated. I think Mike Corn Williams got a crazy knockout rate. Yeah, 8 knockouts in 10 fights. Okay, and then the second fight, I'm gonna get the link in a minute, but the second fight is should be a barn burner. Don't miss that one. But this will be the third fight. It's the co-main. Frutas Rojas versus Christian Baez. Rojas is 12-0 with 11 knockouts, and Baez is he's lost 3 fights, but he has 19 wins. 17 of them have been knockouts. So that's not going the distance. Okay. Let me put this link in right quick. We got about a half hour before Just Do Boxing comes in here. The voice and does his thing. He's listening. He'll always pop in and hit the light and say hello. Then he's listening, getting his show ready. Okay, let me get this link in. But yeah, another fire year coming in. Like I was saying yesterday, the names, with all the good names on the schedule, the names that's not on it is more significant because we got Tank, Boots, the Group, the Mexican Monster. All those guys are going to be getting in there this year soon, but they're not on the schedule yet. So, I think we're going to get another fire year in boxing. Can it be even better than last year was? Wow, I think so. Where's the book at, man? Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Because we got, we got Bivol and Better B. What y'all think about that fight, man? Give me some feedback. Bivol and Better B. I got Bivol. Jay Hardcore brought up an excellent point the other day. The ring size is going to be very, very important. One thing I think I can almost guarantee you. Now, they have 18, 20, 22, and 24 foot rings, right? I bet you it will not be 18 and it will not be 24 because Bivol just ain't going for no 18. And Better Be Ab just ain't going for no 24, right? So 20 or 22. Probably be 20. Who's the A side? I would say Bivol. Although Better Beeb has 3 belts. Belts don't mean nothing. It's who brings in the most money. I think it's Bivol. Wasn't Bivol and Canelo, was that pay-per-view? But I think Bivol has been in there with the bigger names, but for sure. Better Beef hadn't ever been in there with the Canelo yet. Not at all. So I would say Bivol is the A side. But he still ain't getting no 24-inch ring. No, he is not. Oh, that's me. No, he is not getting no 24-inch ring, Bivol. Only in your dreams. And Better Be Ab, you're not getting no 18-inch. But I'm looking at the Yard. Remember the Anthony Yard Better Be Ab fight? Yard boxed pretty good for the big first part of that fight. And I think Bivol can do that for 12 rounds. Stay outside, box, keep turning Better Be Ab, keep him from getting one of them big sledgehammers in on the end of his arms, But one thing for sure, Bivol's got to dance and keep away for 12 rounds. Better BF just need to get one in. We've all got some pop too now. Don't forget. Everybody's talking about, a lot of people thinking Better BF's going to stop Bivol. What if Bivol stops him? How about that? It's possible. I'm still looking at this link. Where's Aunt McQueen? Anybody seen him? It's been quite a while. I'm sure Thomas Morris still does the exercising with him in the morning, you know. So he's all right. And probably a warrior right now. He does that. Yeah. But fire show this morning, Remo. Fire show. Proud to have hashtag Let's Talk Fashion as part of the JBT lineup. And we're going to get Remo going doing his show live one of these days. Yep. It's hump day, Pro Box tonight. We got some Friday night fights on the schedule this year too. Yeah. We got a couple Tuesdays from Japan. I noticed this one coming up next Tuesday, the 23rd. I think it's 3 title fights on the card. Yeah. I don't think the Monster's little brother's on this one though. I think he's on the next one. From Tuesday in Japan. Of course, it's on Tuesday morning. Yup. Last time the Monster was like 3:30 in the morning. Put me off guard, because normally it's like 7:30. I just happened to be up. You know, something just made me look at the guide on ESPN, and they had the fight 3:30. Wow, that was crazy. But I was up watching it. I only watched the main event though, Monster. Then they had that long little tribute to him, you know, ESPN. Yeah, they're already calling him the best fighter in the world. I already knew it once. If he got that second undisputed, ESPN would immediately put him in front of Bud. But Monster's a good fighter. He's my fighter of the year. He's definitely my fighter of the year. Man, I saw this picture when he took his gloves off, though. That tape was like, wow. 3 inches up off his knuckles, maybe more. It was crazy. Why does he need all that tape like that? What is the reasoning? Other than, does it help his power? I can't think of any reason for having all that tape up off your knuckles like that. And then remember the other guy in Japan got put into a coma. When he got knocked, he went unconscious after the fight. Could it have something to do with that stacking they do over there? Last I heard, he was still in the hospital unconscious. I'm not saying it does, but hey. And it's hard to get information on that guy, man. I was trying to do little daily updates on him, but the last update I can find is like January 3rd, and today is the 17th. It's crazy. Nobody's talking about it or nothing. It's good and crazy. But that's the way it is. But I think he's probably still in there unconscious, because if anything worse had happened, it would have been out. So no news is good news, I guess, you know. That's how it goes sometimes. No news is good news. Still got all this snow sitting out here. The stuff ain't melting. We having supposed to be having a hashtag JBT meeting this weekend. Where's Tim Layton at today? Haven't seen Big Tim today. And and like I always say, keep in mind for the hangout meet and greet. That's coming up sometime this year. Those save your pennies. And we're looking to get some more shows in this lineup. You know, we trying to take it all day, every minute, all the way up. From Day Hardcore at 8, all the way up to the Rise Podcast at 9. JBT going live every minute in there. From 8 to 9. Somebody in the JBT in these YouTube streets on live. And we're going to do it too. Filipino tacos. Yeah, he was eating a little more than that, Remo. I don't know, though. I'm not going to put that jacket on the man. The man never failed a test. You know? Never failed a test. So. But they fighting again now. I'm not watching that mess. We wanted Floyd and Manny in their prime. They wouldn't give it to us. They gave it to us 5 years too late. Now they both damn near 50. They think somebody want to see them fight. Ain't that the craziest stuff you ever heard in your life? Ain't that crazy? What makes Floyd and Manny think somebody want to see them fight now? They wouldn't give us the fight in their primes. Boxing is crazy, man. And, you know, I think some screws must get knocked loose in these fighters' heads, man. These two men approaching 50. And I repeat, they wouldn't give us a fight when they were in the prime. They gave it to us 5 years too late. They're both up in their 30s. Now they damn near 50. Now they think somebody want to see them fight. Come on, Floyd and Manny. Both of y'all get out of here, man. I'm not even watching it if it's free. No, I don't have no interest at all in watching Floyd Mayweather fight Manny Pacquiao. What is 146 and 145 or something like that? Both approaching 50. We wanted to see them around 2009, 2010. I think they were both like, what, late 20s or early 30s around that time. Then they finally got up in their 30s. They gave us the fight. Now they're trying to give it to us, give us some poop. Both of them going on 50. Now, I know they ain't going to put that on no pay-per-view. I know they ain't. Well, how are they going to sell that? Floyd Manny 2. 146, 145. $99.99. Somebody just have to be as crazy as them two to buy that. Not me. No way. No. This good pay-per-view is going to be tanking somebody. I don't know who he's fighting. Will it be Pitbull? I don't think so. Will it be Ryo? Maybe. Will it be Shakur? Hell no. Shakur dropped the ball. And when was that? November, December. It's about time for Shakur to be getting on back up in there. He don't need to wait. He needs to get back in there immediately. November, December, January, 3-4 months. At least by March. Shakur need to be back in there redeeming himself. You know what I mean? Don't need to wait. Because the longer he waits, the more time people have to talk about it. Get on back in there, Shakur. I know he can do it. Shakur is a great fighter. I want him to get back in there and straighten that out. And he won the fight in the championship. I'm not one that gave him all that flack. But I want him to get in there to shut the people up that, gave it to him. You know, the man became a, what was it, 3 division champion that night. So, hey, I had soft to him. I just wanted to get back in there and show the type of fighter he is, because I know he's a great fighter. You know, that's what I want people to be hearing people say about him. You know, Shakur is Miss Cass's favorite fighter, behind Bud. Them two, and of course Tank, but Bud and Shakur is up there too. I think she jibed like Shakur over Tank. Tell you the truth. My wife, yeah. You know, I'm Team Tank. I like Shakur too, though. I would go for Shakur against anybody except Tank. I just want the little brother to get back in there, get back on top where he belongs, and then we get the Tank fight, you know, soon. Don't wait, Shakur. Get on back in there now. Shut him up. Get in there and stop somebody. That would do it. That would do it, man. And then my man Barroso, you know they're going to try to give him step-aside money, but I hope he don't take it. Now, he's in line for the Rolly shot, but I don't know if he's going to get it, because they know he can beat Rolly. Rolly cannot beat that guy. No way. He might get in and stop Rolly. Rolly is not that defensive responsible. And Barroso is going to get in there and go for it this time. What's up, Just Do Boxing? Just Do Boxing coming up in 17 minutes. Yep. But yeah, they are not going to put Rolly back in there with Barroso. I know they ain't. They're going to give Barroso step-aside money. They're going to make him an offer he can't refuse. And then somebody else is going to take the belt from Rolly. But you know what Barroso should do? I want to fight him anyway, belt or no belt. You know, me and Rolly got business. He don't even need no belt. I still want to fight him. That's what I would do if I was Barroso. Like Pitbull was just one track mind. He want the Tank fight. That's what Barroso should do. I want Rolly. Remember every time Pitbull got into a microphone, Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis. I thought that was the only English he could speak one time. Gervonta Tank Davis. Damn. Did he speak English? But he do know those 3 words, Gervonta Tank Davis. I know that. That's what Barroso should do, though. Take the step-aside money. Somebody take the belt from Rolly, then call him out anyway. You know, Rolly owes that man that fight. Yep. Ahead on all 3 cards. First, Rolly threw the man down in the 8th round, and Tony Weeks called it a knockdown. And then Rolly didn't even hit him in the 9th round. He stopped it. And he can't use that what they call aneurysm. Aneurysm. Is that what it is? The guy had the other week. Well, Tony Weeks can't use that excuse because Barroso didn't have one of those. He just cheated, man. He just cheated. They gave him the signal. I'm telling you what happened. They didn't pay Tony before the fight. They just told him, we might need you. And they made this signal, prearranged signal. And then they saw Rolly couldn't do it. They gave Tony Weeks the signal. Say, Rolly can't do it. You're going to have to do it for him. And he did it. And he got paid. But no way Barroso would agree to Tony Weeks if he ever fought Rolly again. No way. If he did, he deserved to get cheated again. If he agreed to Tony Weeks to referee that fight. I know Barroso ain't that crazy, man. No way. I just hope he gets his shot, man. He deserves it. He deserves another shot at Rolando. Romero. Not Ryan Garcia. What has Ryan Garcia done to deserve a title shot at 140? Has he even fought at 140? Wasn't his last fight over 140 or something? I think. So how does he just all of a sudden go up there and get a shot at Rolly? Because it makes money? Come on, man. This man just won a title eliminator, knocked his opponent out in the first round. Ryan Garcia hasn't even fought a title eliminator. So how does he get a shot at the champion? But yeah, that's what Barroso should do. Take your step-aside money, get paid for nothing, and then still call out Rolly. That fight would be very attractive this time. A lot of people want to see that. Want to see Barroso get his get back. I know I do. Man, I was so excited when he knocked that guy out. I text Just Dude as soon as it happened. I said, big watch. Just said he was running around the house and stuff. Man, Barroso went out there and stopped that man in the first round. Wow, I was not expecting that. They say the power is the last thing to leave. That was proof of it. Barroso, not the second round, not the fifth round, the first round. Stopped him. After the guy said he was going to stop Barroso. Barroso said, oh yeah, they're really going to jump up on the ring apron. No, don't do that. Just sign that contract. Then get in the ring in a few months. You know, Barroso said he don't need your congratulations. He needs you to sign that contract, bring that belt, get on in there. Don't bring Tony Weeks. Leave Tony Weeks home this time. Yeah, leave Tony home, man. Because Tony will cheat. He's shown it. Ain't no doubt in my mind he cheated. Now the next one, I was on him hard for the Virgil fight. It was aneurysm, right? That's what it was, aneurysm. I was on him hard for that until he put out that information about, you know, what happened with the aneurysm and stuff. So then I backed up a little bit, okay. But the Rolly fight, no. He cheated. I ain't backing off of that one. There was no reason to stop that fight, man. Barroso wasn't even hurt. The man wasn't even hitting, and Rolly was swinging that air. Doing a flurry at the air. I think Barroso got a punching on him, as a matter of fact. Doing that flurry. Everybody was shocked. The commentators, the audience. Rolly was the most shocked of all when he stopped it. He even admitted it. Rolly admitted it after the fight that it shouldn't have been stopped. I give him props for that. He did admit it. Yep, he said it. He did say that. You know, he didn't think it should have been stopped. But he still got that belt wearing it around. If you didn't think it should have been stopped, put the belt up. You know, say me and Barroso should fight for the belt again. He didn't go that far. Did he? But it's about that time again. Y'all, Just Do Boxing, The Voice is next. Another good show. Appreciate everybody. Oh my goodness. I didn't even, Booger, how long you been there? I didn't see nobody. Wait a minute, I'm coming. That's the cursor, right? Okay, we got like 10 minutes, Al Booger. There you go. What's up, Al Booger? How long you been there?
What up, Kev? Like 2
How
minutes.
long you been there,
Not too long.
Okay.
Not too.
What's happening?
Yeah. I'm good, man. Just enjoying the
What's
show.
going on?
Want to say,
Okay.
I love the show.
Yeah.
Love what you're doing with the show and everything. Just show some love. Say what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate all your support, bro.
Yeah, man. One thing I wanted to mention to you, and I'm glad you did this StreamYard. I wanted to suggest, take it or leave it. It's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? But when you do your shows, add titles to your show. I know you like doing the numbers, show 76, 77, but I think it'll be easier, like, a year from now, 2 years from now, someone's looking up, top 10 UK fighters or whatever. They could find your channel a lot easier,
That's exactly what you're saying. Like I'm doing the profiles, add that to the title, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So anybody looking for Don King on YouTube, you got a better chance of popping up.
That is a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. That's a good idea.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. You wasn't came up with the idea about doing the top 10, remember? You said top 5.
Yeah.
Then I took it to top 10. Remember?
Yeah.
I said I might as well do the whole week, Yeah.
Hey, I love it. Yeah, I was thinking top 5, just because 10 is a long list, but that's why I said 5. But 10, 10's good too.
Yeah.
So you already know.
Put more people on it, Yeah. Because
Exactly.
even doing 10, you got to leave some people out that's deserving, even doing 10. So 5 would have been a really,
Yeah, 5 is tough. 5 is tough.
Yeah.
But that's all I have, brother.
Oh, say it again?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you like the top 5 for the Americans Friday?
Yeah, man. Let me have a top 5. Yeah, Big George, right? Yeah, Big George in top. Was he top 5 or top 10?
No, top 5 was,
he was top 10.
Joe Louis, Willie Pep, Henry Armstrong, Ali, and Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 5. Man. I think the only thing I would have put Roy Jones in there over Big George in the top 10.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, you put that.
That's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
which wasn't.
What?
I ain't mad about that one. And who else?
Yeah, that's just me. With Joe Louis, I love Joe Louis, but that's a tough one too for me, because I think he was a great champion, and given the times, with the whole Nazi thing, and he fought for the country. I got to give it to him for that. That's a lot of pressure, and he came through.
10 years, man. 10 years straight.
And,
a whole decade.
Yeah.
Nobody else ever done that. A whole decade of the 40s, he had it, I think. Yeah. Nobody else has had it for one solid decade like that. They've had, some people had it longer, but not for just one straight decade,
Yeah. No, it's the top 5. I can't argue too much. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. But then Roy, I ain't mad. Roy could have been in there. Nobody could have been mad about that neither, Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I just had Roy because, Yeah, I'm a little bit younger, so like he was the man during my time. He had the music, the rap videos, he had the jewelry, he was knocking everybody out, dancing in the ring, like
crazy.
It was crazy.
You could do things that you wasn't supposed to do in there with the talent and the athleticism he had and get away with it,
Yeah, man. He barely threw a jab.
I know.
Knocking dudes out with no jab.
Yeah, you're right. He wasn't.
Crazy. So
I'm gonna take that title thing though and use that though, because that is a very good idea.
Yeah, man.
Whoever I do on the profile, put them in the title.
Exactly.
I'm gonna work around with that. Tomorrow's gonna be Bob Aaron. Yeah.
The Bob father.
Yeah, he's gonna be tomorrow.
The Notorious.
I didn't know they was the same age though. You put that in there today. I thought he had Don, but they the same. Ain't that stuff the same age? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I thought Aaron was older. I thought Aaron was like 94 or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't.
But yeah.
But actually, Don is by a couple months. He's older,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Looking crazy these days too. That man looks insane.
Where's AB at now? Because he didn't fight last month. Then I never heard nothing else.
Man, I'm on different YouTube channels and whatnot, and I'll get an update here and there on AB, but
Yeah.
I'm not checking for him like that. He blew
He
it,
don't
man.
have nothing else scheduled, right? He never
Not that I know
scheduled
of.
another fight. Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah.
You know, I saw some videos. He was getting in shape and all of that. The next thing you know, you don't hear nothing. So,
yeah.
You know, crazy.
Well, okay, Albert, I appreciate you, man.
All right, brother.
Do now. I appreciate you coming up.
Another good one. I holla.
Yeah. And we do it again tomorrow. Take care now.
Yes, sir. One.
All right, everybody. That was Al Booger. And we're going to get on out of here. Time for Just Do Boxing. But before we go, let me give a shout out to BN Boxing News, Remo, hashtag JBT, Jay Hardcore, the creator of the hashtag JBT, Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more, Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. That's my better half there. Al Booger, who was up on the panel with me a minute ago. Appreciate Al Booger. Skywalker, hashtag TWT, the winning team. And Skywalker was the first one in the building today. Okay. Once again, I appreciate it. And salute to Al Booger for coming up, hollering at me today. Appreciate it. And once again, I appreciate everyone that continues to rock with my growing channel. Everybody have a good day. Cat Sports, y'all.